runway. Sounds on the word. As we say in Harambe, twin day, which means let's go. Alright folks, my name is Ricky. I'll be your spar guide. Let's go through the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. I was asking everybody, please keep your arms, hands, legs inside the vehicle at all times. Remain seated. That is fully seated. No standing up, no switching seats. No lift the children up in the air like simple so they can see. Although lap staying is permitted. And for your safety and the safety of the animals, I ask everybody, please do not whistle, yell, call to animals to get their attention. We'll keep our voices down to a minimum. Use our low voices, our whistling voices. And I see that everybody has a face covering on. Please have those face coverings remain on during the entire safari. Over your mouth, over your nose, please, as we enter the Little Interior Forest. These animals mainly shy and reclusive. They depend mainly on camouflage. They are rarely ever seen. Like these guys on our left side, definitely make out these lighter looking animals. These are greater kudu. They are the second tallest of the antelope. And you can tell the difference between male and female. The males have horns and the females do not. Also a little bit further up ahead, these darker animals, those are bongos. Bongos are considered the ghosts of the forest, rarely ever seen because those markings on their skin. And the horns are faced backwards, help them move swiftly in tall grass. There they are. Better on our right side, you can make out these okapis. A lot of people confuse them as zebras because those black and white stripes on their legs, but they are actually related to the giraffe family. On our left side is watering hole. It acts as a gathering place for the animals here in the Little Titty. You can definitely make out these black rhinos standing up ahead. Black rhinos weigh up to 3,000 pounds. They can charge at a speed of 35 miles an hour. And they are currently being hunted for the horns. Their horns contain keratin. And you can find keratin in your fingernails and your hair. Poachers believe the keratin acts as a medicinal purpose, but that has not been scientifically proven. And yet the poachers continue to hunt them anyway. And remember, no drinking, no eating on the truck, please. Food away. And also, like I said before, these animals do depend mainly on camouflage, so they could be out, and we just cannot see them. You can make out these unique looking birds on our left side. Those are saddle-billed storks. They stand well at 5 feet tall with a 9-foot wingspan. We're going to move on up towards the Safi River. Soft rivers home to animals such as hippos, pelicans, crocodiles. We got 2 of those hippos behind us on the right side. They're going to be on the water. Those are one of the largest animals in the wild, reaching a weight of 5,500 pounds. May not be the best view of those hippos, but let's see if we can find a few more ahead. There we go, we got a few more hippos on our left side. Hippos are known to spend the majority of their time underwater to protect themselves from sunlight and overheating. And they can hold their breath underwater 8 minutes at a time. And these pelicans that you see, these are pigback pelicans. They have a wingspan of 9 feet. We call them pigback pelicans because their backs are known to turn pink during mating season. And you can make out plenty of these black vultures hanging around. These vultures do not belong to us. They are invaders, but they do come in handy. They will pick and eat the dead skin of the hippos, so they are very useful. There's a few of these hippos down below on our left side. And also down below, Nile crocodiles. Cold-blooded creatures. They are known to hunt prey bigger than they are, like zebras or wildebeest. And their jaws are strong enough to crush the bones in its mouth. As we continue up ahead, we're going to going to be approaching the savanna ecosystem. The savanna is home to our most famous animals. We're going to see if we can find some giraffes, elephants, and if we're lucky, the lions. See, on our right side, we're going to be passing a baobab tree. Baobab tree is also known as the upside down tree because its branches like roots. And we also call it the tree of life because during long drought seasons of 9 months, it can store water within its trunk. That is 1,000 gallons of water, very beneficial to animals. And now we're going to get deeper into the savannah, which is animal-made territory. These animals pretty much create this landscape on their own. Elephants will knock down trees to eat them. Giraffes are prone to the outskirts of trees. The antelope eat the grass / mobile grass. That's what's made this land their own. We got plenty of these animals up ahead. You ever make out these zebras? These are Hartman's mountain zebras. Mountain zebras have smaller feet than regular zebras. Helps them move around the mountain's terrain. These gray-footed animals, those are white-bearded wildebeests. They're mainly in densely packed herds. They are known to migrate in a group of 1.5 million across 500 to 1,000 miles. And of course, the tallest animals in the wild. Giraffes can grow to a height of 18 to 20 feet. At the time of birth, a giraffe can be as tall as 6 feet. And the baby giraffes can stand and walk on their own within an hour of being born, so you're not wasting time. And also the baby giraffes have to suffer a 6-foot drop from being born. The adult giraffes, they give birth while standing up. And I got a few of these animals on our left side. They're going to be resting right underneath that tree. Those are African wild dogs. We also call them the painted dog because the markings on their skin. These animals are known to hunt until their prey is tired from exhaustion. Once their prey gets tired, the African wild dog pounces upon their prey. They may look like domesticated dogs, but they're completely different. You don't want these dogs in your house, they get too wild. And you can make out these antelope in that corner on our left side. Those are sable antelope. They are the symbol of the Huron Bay Wildlife Reserve, known primarily for their reddish brownish color. And they can definitely use those horns as a defense mechanism against predators. We're getting much closer to these giraffes up ahead. Giraffes can definitely use the height to their advantage. They use their extremely long tongues to reach leaves in the tallest of trees. Giraffes have 18-inch tongues. And they're also going to be very active. They can run up to a speed of 30 miles an hour. And they only require 30 minutes sleep a day. So for 23 hours and 30 minutes a day, the giraffe is up and at 'em. But they'll only take that sleep in like 5-minute increments. So it's like once in a while for 5 minutes they'll take a nap. They usually do it standing up. Sometimes you can see with their eyes open. Let's see what more animals we can catch up to. On our right side, I can make out a few of these small brown gazelles. Those are springbok. They get their name from the ability to spring up in the air 6 feet, and they can also leap across 13 feet. They are very fast creatures. They can run up to a speed of 60 miles an hour. advancing into this next area, we're going to be entering Monkey Point. So let's see if we can find some monkeys. Make out the African elephants on our right side. Another one of the largest animals in the wild, which has a weight of 15,000 pounds. That is roughly 7.5 tons. And the monkey is going to be on our left side. There we go. They're going to be in the center. Those monkeys are called mandrills. They are the largest of the monkeys, reaching a weight of 100 pounds. They look very similar to Rafiki from Lion King. And you can tell which one's the adult male by the red and blue markings on his face. And there was a bear if you want these African elephants. Let's see, we're going to continue along this pathway. We're going to see if we can catch up to some more elephants. And you guys are being lucky. As we catch up to these other elephants, you may get a good view of the baby elephant. See, as we pass these red clay pits, I see tusk marks and footprints. Those are signs of elephants. You see these tusk marks because the elephants are known to eat the clay pits. They're also going to rub their bodies against them, used as a form of sunscreen when it gets too hot. Let's see, hopefully we can catch up to these elephants. There they are. I can see them up ahead on our left side in the distance. So we're going to drop around this area and we're going to get catch up to them. We also got these animals in front of us. Be on both sides, left and right. These animals with long horns. These are Ankole cattle. We also call them the Watusi after the African tribe. Those horns on their heads can grow as long as 6 feet. And they work as a cooling system for the cattle. So they are not as hot as they are, because their blood is made through those horns. A lot of people wonder if those horns are too heavy for their heads, but they are more so on the semi-hollow side. Each horn can weigh up to 5 to 10 pounds. light pink the flamingos. They get that light pink coloring from the beta-carotene protein in their diet. They eat a lot of brine shrimp. And if you notice those gray-looking flamingos among them, those are the babies. The babies won't get that light pink coloring until after a year being born. So give them time. They'll get that pink coloring soon enough. Seems quieter in this area. I'm pretty sure we're gonna catch up something good. This is pretty much rhino territory. Actually, I can see the rhinos up ahead. They're gonna be up here on our right side. They're gonna be within these trees. Right out there, folks, you can make out the white rhinos. The white rhinos are much bigger than the black rhinos. Black rhinos weigh up 3,000, while the white rhinos weigh up to 5,000. And they get their name from this pronunciation. The Afrikaans call them white rhino, meaning wide, drop shape of their mouths. The white rhinos have a wide shaped mouth, while the black rhinos have a pointed shaped mouth. On our left side, you can make out one of the cheetahs resting up there. Cheetahs are indeed the world's fastest land mammals, reaching a speed of 60 miles an hour. They're also known to hunt during daytime. Their eyesight is better during the day, unlike other cats. Other cats are nocturnals, means to get their hunting activity done at night. And as we approach this giant rock structure, this is called a kopie. A lot of animals use it as a resting spot. They can also use it as a vantage point against predators and to hunt for their own prey. And as we come around this corner, I can make out the male lion resting up here. And I do put him to some resting. Lions are known to rest and sleep for up to 16 to 20 hours a day. And the female lions are known to do most of the hunting, while the male lions are mainly there to protect the females and protect territory. And I can make out one of these ostriches up ahead. The world's largest bird. Despite having wings, ostriches are unable to fly, but they will use those wings to guide them on land. They can run to a speed of 40 miles an hour. We're gonna go around this corner and catch up to those animals. The lions also tend to get quite loud. Lions' roar is very loud and tremendous. You hear lions roar from about 5 miles away. And their eyesight is similar to a human's. But once nighttime hits, the lion's eyesight will get 6 times stronger. And up ahead on our left is usually where the warthogs like to hang out. There they are. There's a log behind us. Look behind that log, I got 2 or 3 warthogs resting behind it. Warthogs, because family members eat domestic pig. They will use those tusks around their nose to dig burrows. And they live in those deep burrows, you see down below. And these white animals in front of us, these are scimitar horned oryx. They get their name from the ancient Near Eastern weapon, the scimitar sword that the horns resemble. And a closer view of these ostriches, as well as those eggs down below. Those are ostriches. You know, it may not seem like it, but ostriches are very powerful animals. Their strength is mainly in their legs and their feet. They are strong enough to overpower lions. Definitely peaceful in this area. This place is called Magadi Glen. Up ahead you see our warden's post and the Nigerian dwarf goats. Very social, very playful animals, and they are quite small. They do like babies, but these guys are actually full-grown adults. This is also where the wardens like to hang out and take a break in between taking care of these wonderful animals out here in the reserve. See, unfortunately, folks, we are approaching the finale of our safari. But I hope everybody had a good time. If you guys want to help preserve our wildlife, there are so many ways you can do so. You can work on recycling. Recycling helps preserve the habitat. You can also donate to the Disney Conservation Fund. There are multiple locations around Animal Kingdom that will gladly take a donation. Anything would help. We're going to close our dock in just a few moments if you guys want to start collecting your personal belongings. And if I have any wilderness explorers on board, you guys are riding aboard the Simba 1. That's the name of our truck. Simba 1. S-I-M-B-A number 1.
Simba 1.
And keep in mind, folks, the Kilimanjaro Wildlife Reserve is not the only location where we see live animals. Once you guys exit here, take a trip to Gorilla Falls and see more animals that were not featured on our reserves. Animals such as gorillas, meerkats, naked mole rats, plenty of others.
You can find gorillas over there, but also
and also located here in Africa is Rafiki's Planet Watch. That is our conservation station. You'll learn more about our conservation facts and efforts to save the animals. We have a petting zoo area over there. An animal hospital. You could see vets perform medical procedures on animals. We even have a new art of animation class. You can learn how to draw animals. Mainly characters specifically from Lion King and other Disney films. In order to get there, you'll be taking the Wildlife Express train. I believe the last train leaves at 4:30, which means Peaks Planet Watch will be closing at 5 o'clock. So you guys have plenty of time to go check that out. Also keep in mind that no two safaris are ever the same. You guys come check out safaris later on in the day. Maybe you'll see a few of the animals you can get a chance to see on this one. Although I do believe we saw the majority of those animals up there on the Animal Spotting Guide. And as we approach our dock, I can give you guys a phrase in Swahili that means go well. Instead of saying goodbye, and that is Kwaherini. So go well, everybody. And remember, my name is Ricky, and I'm glad you guys joined me today. All right, friends, let the hands off, let's go right. These doors are opening. Check it out. Don't leave anything behind. And Kwaherini. Go well, go well. Have a great day.
Okay. Ready?